What's going on, YouTube? This is Brent0331. We got our usual guest here, Bruce, and we also got Vargo out here. He's new to our channel to help us out. So today we're going to start a whole new series. We're going to be focusing on some of the civil wars and conflicts that took part when the country of Yugoslavia started to dissolve. So today we're going to be focusing on Croatia. Croatia had pretty much a ragtag mixture of uniforms during their civil war. I'm going to turn over to Bruce. He's more spun up on this stuff than I am and in this particular area. So Bruce, can you tell us a little bit about what Croatia uniforms and everything else consisted of?
Sure. Well, this is a war that I have a lot of interest in because growing up, this war was going on in the 90s when I was a teenager, and it's one of those that were in the Soldier of Fortune magazines. It was on the news every day. They were doing documentaries on this conflict, and it was just one of the things that was on TV that you could kind of get pumped up about. There was no internet at that time, kids. We're going way back. But anyway, it's always been an interest of mine, and so I've been studying up on it a little bit more recently, watching a lot of videos, because with the advent of YouTube and the internet, all these videos are coming together now, and you guys can just see those and follow one after the other. Croatia was one of those countries that initially didn't have much military gear as far as heavy equipment because Serbia took all of that. So they were at a big disadvantage militaristically and started taking whatever equipment they could get. As a result, they ended up being complete units armed with various different equipment. We were just joking earlier that if you want to see some T-34s in action, the Croatians ran some as late as in the 90s, and they were taking them against T-55s, T-72s, and tanks like that. But they had a multitude of countries started helping them out unofficially. You see a lot of East German stuff being issued to Croatian soldiers. Romanian AKs, Chinese AKs, American Alice gear from the 80s starts popping up with these M1 style helmets, PAS GT vest, and Alice gear. And you know, it's not one of those things that I think the country really admits to ever doing, but the fact is they got their hands on a lot of US gear, a lot of Romanian gear, a lot of East German gear at the perfect time to help them start winning some battles and taking back some of what they wanted to form as their new country of Croatia.
Yeah, and one of the things I want to throw out is like when Bruce started, telling me about some of the stuff that the Croatians were wearing during this civil war, or war for independence, I guess they call it. Just looking at the woodlands that they were wearing, different variations. So we've got like 6 different examples of actual Croatian woodland pattern camouflage, and we also got a U.S. pattern. So we'll lay those out, and you can see them right now, and just crazy the different variations. So it's like just looking at what Bruce has and what I have, and what Vargo's got on, you can already see the different variations of the woodland camouflage pattern that were utilized. So, in any event, let's get to it, guys. Let's check out this camouflage effectiveness of these Croatian style uniforms in a heavily vegetated woodland environment. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, that concludes our camouflage effectiveness video over the Croatian uniforms that were used in this Croatian Balkans conflict that was going on at that time. God, it's a big mess. There's a lot of elements of that. So it's going to be really interesting going over some of the different uniform types and everything else that we've seen, you know, from Serbia, Kosovo, and everything. We're planning on going to try to hit all those different countries that were involved. So there's a lot to this. And boy, what a mixed match of different gear and equipment and stuff, like just blowing my mind. So Bruce, what do you got, man?
Yeah, you really hit it there. The thing to kind of point out that's different from Brent's other videos is that you have a multitude of different camouflage patterns being used within the same unit, within the same squad. You just took whatever fit you and sometimes didn't and went with it. You had camouflage patterns that were made locally that were kind of like woodland, different shades of colors, and then you had USGI woodland mixed in, East German stuff, Romanian weapons and helmets, old Vietnam era and Alice US gear, the weapons galore. You know, you saw a bunch of different weapons being used. Czechoslovakia threw some in there, all the old normal JNA, Yugoslavian National Army weapons, East Germany, other countries also contributed there. So it's a little bit of a different video than anything you've done. But I do think of this. A lot of you guys have asked over the years, can I mix match patterns and how effective will that be? Well, this is a video that you can go back and see some of that done, where you've got an East German shirt with woodland pants and see whether it was very effective in your opinion or not.
Right, and then like the different shades of woodland, obviously. So Vargo, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I think the thing I probably found most interesting was, you know, I've got a ton of gear from all over the place, and I was asking, you know, you guys and Bruce, like, hey, what, you know, you want me to bring this out? Do you want me to bring that out? And every day you had a new picture of, yeah, look, these guys are carrying this, or these guys, you know, yeah, they had East German, you know, jackets or whatever it might be. So that's what I found the most interesting, is you can pretty much find a picture of them wearing almost anything.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
And then I guess the last thing I want to throw out is, like, look how far Croatia has progressed. Like, I did a video, if you haven't seen it yet, the Crow Pat. You know, excellent camouflage pattern, excellent. It did really well out here, and you know, that's what they're using now, and what they've evolved to compared to you know, the mixed match of you know, woodland utilities that were pretty much just thrown together to fight their war of independence. So in any event, I guess that pretty much wraps it up. Appreciate you guys watching. And don't forget to leave a comment.